Asher,
Hello.
cheers for joining me.
Pleasure. How are you?
I'm very well. Isn't this great?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's amazing. So tell us a little bit about your business. Tell us about Sherbet.
Sherbet are the largest electric taxi company in the UK. It's not only a taxi company, it's actually a media company because people think a taxi is just to carry passengers, but actually it carries advertising for all major brands in the heart of City of London. Our taxis are smart, intelligent. Not only have we got an app that connects eco-conscious passengers and companies with CSR to electric taxi drivers can rent their taxis and advertisers can advertise on their taxis.
Nice. And how large is the fleet now?
Currently, we're at 550 taxis. We've actually just succeeded in raising £40 million last week.
How did you do that?
How did we raise it?
I think that a lot of people would be interested in how you raise multi-million funding.
Listen, it's taken a huge slog, probably 40 years of my life to work out from a layman how to work through a boardroom and how to get investment.
So
And
people
it's
looking for a quick fix.
There is no quick fix.
Don't listen
it's
here.
Hard work. No, you can't raise money just like that. You need to be organized, structured, and focused with hard facts.
And truthful facts, right? There's
Absolutely. You can't pull the wool over sophisticated investors. And there's no point.
No, there isn't many point, is there? Because you're going to get found out eventually, aren't you?
It's not about getting found out. It's actually failing in the objective. There's no point raising money and actually failing on the objective. Objective, raise money to grow. That's about it.
And where did that funding come from? Like, was that from the UK or was that a little bit abroad as well? Or
Yeah, it's a Luxembourg fund.
right,
And a great fund who we went out to pitch. It took us over 3 years, actually, to plan to get a raise. In the last year, we got the momentum of having all our books and accounts and structure all in place with a clear, focused growth business plan. And then we approached certain lenders and we got 7 term sheets in, of which one was very attractive, and we took that one.
that's a decent success story, isn't it?
Yeah,
I like that.
But it took a lot of time.
And what's your background then? Like, how did you come to be, owner of Sherbet? Like, what's the fast forward journey of how you got here today?
Well, very fast forward. Started off as a London cab driver. I did the Knowledge of London. I built one of the largest taxi fleets in London. When I saw taxis were black, I created advertising on taxis because advertising in central London is restricted. I sold my business I bought taxi media from Clear Channel. I sold it to Verifone and I came back as Sherbet. And today we're taking the licensed London taxi, future-proofing it and putting technology, data, AI to ensure that there's not only a future in the UK, but you can replicate Sherbet across the globe.
Yeah. I mean, it's first interview of the day and already we've mentioned AI.
Yeah.
Like, so you mentioned that you're playing around with AI within the taxis. Like, how in particular are you messing around with AI and integrating it into taxis? Like, give us a couple of like real world examples of how that's working.
Well, within the taxis, everything is all fresh and new now.
Mm-hmm.
I use it in my daily life right now. My daily life, I live on ChatGPT Pro, believe it or not, because I've done all the courses on LinkedIn for, how to do chat prompts and how to set up your messaging. And it's made my life so much easier. But if you look at the London taxi with AI, I look at the London taxi as the internet of things, connecting to smart cities.
Yeah.
So Sherbet's taxis are smart taxis for smart cities. We collect pollution data, PMS 2.5, pothole data, telecom data, and all sorts of data.
Amazing.
And we're going to replicate this not only in London, across the globe.
Wow. So that's the ambition,
Yeah.
to move across the globe. And
Absolutely.
where in particular are you wanting to set up then, like these smart cities? Where do you envisage?
Well, smart cities exist all over the place. I mean, London is very eager to be to be a smart city. They don't see the benefits of their London taxi. So sadly, you'll see rickshaws and tuk-tuks in London, and you'll see our iconic taxis all over the globe.
Wow. I mean, it seems that you must have quite close political ties then, like to be able to like roll this kind of thing out, like with the Mayor of London, and do you need that kind of permission from them? Like, not, I think permission's the wrong word, but in terms of how you roll that out, because in my opinion, I think like London runs very, very differently to the rest of the UK. It's always a little bit more forward thinking, but it's always been quite permission based and a little bit behind the times. Like, how have you found that kind of environment?
I don't think there's enough momentum from Transport for London or our government to support licensed London taxis.
Right.
There isn't a city or country in the world that wouldn't give their right arm for a licensed London electric taxi service like Sherbet. But what I've realised is that if we rely on the trade and government and Transport for London, if you've got a great commercial business, go and make it yourself happen.
Yeah.
Don't rely on anybody, because nobody's going to help you. So we've decided ourselves as a small family business to raise these funds to future-proof London taxis and replicate it across the globe.
Amazing. I think accidentally, I think you're spilling some absolute beans of gold here in terms of advice for not just young entrepreneurs but existing entrepreneurs as well. In terms of your journey, like, let's take 3. What have been like the 3 hardest lessons that you've learned in terms of, hate to be corny, but mastering business growth? Like 3 hardest lessons that you've learned, whether it be early on or later in life. What would they be? Any that spring to mind?
You're in charge of your own destiny, and you need to have that confidence to rely and believe in yourself at all times. Because if you put your trust in somebody else's hands, those hands will be the ones that strangle you.
Yeah.
So number 1, believe in yourself, believe in your just destiny and journey, and don't put trust in anybody's hands. Do it yourself, trust in yourself.
So true.
The other ones is, as business evolves, make sure you're in the front of the game. Never be caught, like a COVID scenario. We were all caught out. But don't give up, because everybody gives up when things are down. That's the time you need to be innovative, creative, invest, because when everybody's going backwards, you need to scale upwards. And that was one of our key objectives. We bought electric taxis during COVID.
Yeah, I love that. I think the being in charge of your own destiny, I think a lot of people definitely need to be moving more forward in that direction with that kind of motif in their head, really, because essentially, things are becoming easier on AI. Like the only thing you've got now is your own agency, right? You can only make things happen for yourself. No one gives a shit, right?
No, absolutely. You can't rely on absolutely anybody whatsoever. And even if they promise you, do not rely. Nothing's confirmed until the money's in the bank, even when you got a signature. So you need to make sure that you rely and trust 100% in your objectives, in your goals, and don't get pulled off your track, because that's what we tend to do all the time.
Love that. Asher, this has been amazing.
Pleasure.
Yeah, short and sweet though, right?
Perfect.
And you've literally just spilled like loads of beans of gold in such a short amount of time.
Well, it's important to hand down to other young entrepreneurs not to fear, not to fall. Failure is all part of it. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself down. We all have to fail.
Yeah.
You can't go through a business journey without failure. So accept it. The more you fail earlier on, the quicker you'll succeed later.
Amazing. And where can people find yourself and Sherbet? Like, where can they find you on the old World Wide Web?
Well, myself, best way to get hold of me, I'm on Asher Moses on LinkedIn. Greatest way, DM me. Happy to help, share advice. SherbetLondon is .com is our website. And anytime, give us a shout.
Amazing. Best of luck for the future, and thanks for joining me, mate.
Take care. Be lucky, guys.